This video is sponsored by Activision. Use code CODSHILL in the store to get 2% off your next Black Cell Battle Pass. So last night I went to bed and I got severely depressed. I could barely sleep because, and you might be asking, insanity, why? What made you depressed? Why couldn't you sleep last night? Well, I'll tell you why. I was thinking about all the ways Activision, Treyarch, whoever else, I was thinking about how they're going to fuck up Black Ops 7. Because they had a really good beta, they made everybody happy, but then it came to me, somehow, someway, they're going to fuck it up. But by the time I actually fell asleep last night, and it was a good sleep, I woke up and I was still a little depressed. Just a tiny bit depressed. But then, I checked my phone, like I do every morning when I wake up. And I opened Twitter. And then I had a huge smile on my face. For at least the next hour, 2 hours of the morning, I had a great big smile on my face. Let me show you guys why I had that big smile on my face. Now, would you look at that? This is what I've seen this morning when I opened Twitter. Open matchmaking confirmed. At launch, open matchmaking with minimal skill will be the default matchmaking. Guys, in my past few videos, I was telling you guys, do not pre-order the game. Do not buy the game unless this is confirmed. That is the default matchmaking. And I'm so happy that I made those videos, because now I get to report this great news that it will be the default matchmaking. And I'm not gonna lie. I am definitely gonna buy this game now. 100%, no doubt about it. I'm gonna buy the game. One thing that does worry me though, it says at launch. At launch. Now that scares me. Because why would you say at launch? I mean, at any point in Black Ops 7's life cycle, at any point, they are completely fucking stupid if they ever take out the matchmaking. I still have a slight feeling that at some point in the Black Ops 7 life cycle, they're going to add in these like skill-based matchmaking playlists, and they're going to claim it's for the players that prefer it, you know. Basically, which the only players that prefer skill-based matchmaking are the ones that can't fucking aim their gun. You know, they don't know the buttons on their controller. You know, like I've said before, but that at launch part does scare me, but at the very least, this gives us a reason to play the game. If you enjoyed the beta, you now have a reason to buy the game. Which they're playing all along. That's the whole reason they did this, was to get people to buy the game. Well, it definitely is going to work, because I myself and other people are more excited for the game now that it has the open matchmaking for, at least as the default for the time being. Guys, I can't lie though, I'm still super nervous about this. Even though I'm going to buy the game, even though I know it's going to be fun, at least at launch, and even though I had a ton of fun during the beta, I put more time in the beta than I have Call of Duty in the past fucking like 3 years. Like, the beta was so much fun. I was originally going to do my positives and negatives of the beta, but I'm just going to kind of combine that in this video, because that one tweet, you know, I've kind of already talked all I can about it, but, you know, I wrote down positives here in my phone. This is why I'm still scared, though, because I only got 3 positives. I got the gunplay, streaks, and overclock. Now, the overclock system that they put into this game, it's not completely brand new, because they kind of had this in Infinite Warfare and Advanced Warfare with customizing your streaks. But this time, they kind of added it to, you know, equipment and your lethals, your ordnance would be a better way to put it. And I gotta say, I really like this system. Especially now that streaks these days cost more than they did in the old games. You know, back in the old days, it was a 3 kill streak for a UAV. Nowadays, it's 5. I think in like MW2 or one of the recent CODs, it was even more than that. Maybe it was Black Ops Cold War where they really bumped up the cost of the streaks. But the fact that you can make them lower is a huge positive of the system. Yeah, overclock though, the overclock system is just absolutely out of control. The gunplay, of course, you know, it's the same gunplay we've had for a few years now, but you know, it is smooth. It is buttery smooth, you know, Call of Duty, as always. I mean, Call of Duty's got the best gunplay in any shooter out, besides Apex Legends. I think Apex Legends / Titanfall has the smoothest gunplay out of any game I've ever played, but Call of Duty is right behind it there. Nothing's ever topped Call of Duty's gunplay for the most part. And then the streaks are a little weaker as far as like the helicopters, but I'm glad that we finally got streaks that aren't complete dog shit. You know, the Grave Maker is absolutely amazing. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, Grave something. I think it's Grave Maker. That streak is outstanding. That streak, I've seen some people bitching about it. Oh, it can shoot through walls, it's OP. Well, that's the point of a streak. A streak is supposed to be OP. People that say the Grave Maker is OP in this game would have never survived back in the day when people were getting Predator missiles off a 5-kill streak. But finally, we got streaks that actually do something. It feels so good. Now, obviously, the higher streaks are still really hard to get, and they cost twice as much as they used to back in the day, but overall, I'm really happy with this. Really happy with the streaks in this game. I'm glad that they actually put a focus on making them better. Now, these little hover drone things that drive around, whatever they're called, though, they're hit or miss. It all depends on the map you play on. If you play on the map Imprint, that's big and open, those things sucked. I called them in, and they got... I got like 1 kill out of them. But then you play on a map like this one, Exposure or Blackheart, they fucking tear shit up, dude. They tear shit up. So much fun. So the streak's really good. But as far as the negatives of this game, I mean, the maps suck. Let's be real. Blackheart was my absolute favorite. This map, now, I've gotten used to these maps. They're not, I mean, obviously they're better than Black Ops 6. But anything's going to be better than that game. These maps, they're not a return to form, but they are tolerable. Imprint, the snowy one, if you played the beta, I think that was personally the worst one. I absolutely hated that map. But Blackheart was my absolute favorite. I think Blackheart has the potential of being probably the best map in the game, not counting the remasters. But I'm still going to count them as negatives because I still just don't feel like they're classics. We're not getting classics like we used to, and until we get to a point where maps are standing out and becoming classics, I think that's always going to be a negative side of the game. And this is me being a little nitpicky, but the create a class system, the perks, they all fucking suck, bro. I mean, don't get me wrong, you got your classics, TACMAS, Flapjacket, Ghost, blah blah, but we need the pick 10 system, dude. I don't like this forced ordnance. Ever since Black Ops 2, I liked it back then because people didn't really use ordnance. They didn't use grenades and stuns and all that shit. Because why would you take that with the pick 10 system? Why would you take that over having an extra attachment or you know, an extra streak? You know, like Advanced Warfare and stuff like that. Ordnance is just too much nowadays. It's not as bad in this game, thankfully, as like Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3, and Black Ops 6, but they're definitely still there. You know, Black Ops 2 did have the C4 sandwiches thing, but it wasn't necessary by any means. But the forced ordnance, I think, needs to go. And the old create a class system is just night and day better. It always will be. But I mean, as far as my negatives, I mean, that's kind of it. I mean, obviously, you know, there's all the small stuff. You know, create a class is just a small thing. And as far as other negatives, there's all sorts of smaller things that, you know, I think the old games did better, but overall, we have a solid game on our hands, and now we are confirmed to have no skill-based matchmaking as the default matchmaking at launch. That is super, super exciting. I'm still worried, though. I'm still worried, as many of you are. I mean, some people are gonna... I know there's gonna be people out there that think skill-based is still in the game when the game comes out. Everybody has a right to worry, though. You know, the amount of times they have lied. You know, they straight up denied skill-based matchmaking. They said skill-based matchmaking was in, you know, all the way back in COD 4, and it's always been this way. You know, and now they're completely changing their tune because of Battlefield 6. it's like you can't trust these guys, and obviously this is all just marketing. But thank God for Battlefield 6, or we would have never have had this change. Hopefully fucking Infinity Ward, you know, the worst developers in COD history, hopefully they don't fuck everything up next year, because this game's solid, and I think this game is going to be solid its whole life cycle. Is it going to be a top 5? Absolutely not. Is it going to be a classic? Absolutely not. But I think there's potential for this to be a really solid game that is enjoyable to play all year long, as long as no big shit happens. As long as no big shit happens. Really quick, guys, I want to take a look at the comment of the video. This is the comment of the video. I don't know what else to call it. I could say comment of the week or something, but if you want your comment featured, you know, comment down below. Maybe I'll feature it in the next video. But thank you to Tar. I can't pronounce your name. I'm so sorry, but thank you. You know, I want to thank all of you for helping me achieve 300 subscribers first off. And this guy said, good luck with your channel. Hope to see you on the battlefield, which I will be playing Battlefield 6 tomorrow, making a video on that. But this guy said they had to remove Sbmm and EOMM completely from the game. This was in reference to them making the game free to counteract Battlefield 6. But just thanks, man. Thanks for the good luck. I just want to really quick show appreciation to this comment here. You know, I want to make this a thing with every video. Maybe I feature a comment from you guys to, you know, just build a sense of community here. You know, once again, thank you for 300 subs. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you, whatever your name is, for this comment, bro. Really appreciated it. And let's get back to the discussion. My bad. Well, guys, the Sbmm era of Call of Duty, these horrendous 6-7 years, are finally behind us. Hallelujah. What does this mean for the future of this franchise? Well, I truly do not know, because that's the thing with being a Call of Duty fan. You can't get comfortable. You can never get comfortable in this series, because you never know when Activision's going to pull the blanket out from under you, or pull the rug out is the right saying. You never know when something's going to get fucked up. You can't trust the devs, you can't trust the community managers, you can't trust, especially Activision. You definitely can't trust Infinity Ward next year with Modern Warfare 4 or whatever the hell that game's going to be. Honestly, I don't even want it to be Modern Warfare 4, because if we were going to get Modern Warfare 4, I wish we would have got it, you know, 11 years ago, 8 years ago, when it would have been good, but, you know, who knows? You know, Infinity Ward are the same developers that tried getting rid of the minimap. They're the same developers that didn't like red dots on the minimap, safe space, map design, you know, just all this bullshit in the game. Finally, the series, at least for the time being, at least for this year, the series is back on track. So I guess that is a win. It's a very small win, but it is a win. Let's just hope Battlefield 6 continues to be successful, continues. I really hope Battlefield 6 blows Call of Duty out of the water this year. Even if this game's going to be good, I want that game to blow COD out of the water, because it means Call of Duty's going to have to get even better. Healthy competition is the most important thing in the gaming space, especially when it comes to the Call of Duty franchise, because Call of Duty don't give a fuck, bro. They don't give a fuck. If you leave Call of Duty without competition, they are going to do whatever the hell they want. They ain't gonna listen. I mean, how many times have the community managers on Twitter went radio silent? No communication, shit updates, just bundles up the ass. I mean, oh my god, guys. Let me know in the comments. Are you gonna buy this game? Did this announcement make you pre-order the game? Which I still don't think you should pre-order. Even if you plan on buying this game, do not pre-order it. We don't want those pre-order numbers going up, because they're going to look at the success of the pre-orders and be like, oh, well, everyone's bought the game now. We made our money. We already got the whales by our hip. They're going to spend $30 a month on Black Cell Battle Passes. Which, guys, if you're a Call of Duty player, please tell me you don't buy the Black Cell Battle Pass, dude. That's the last fucking thing we need. Anyways, guys, I'm running out of time here. Thank you all so much for 300 subscribers. We're going to continue growing. The community is going to get even bigger. We're going to become a family here on the Insanity FPS YouTube channel. I'm going to make a video on Battlefield 6 here pretty soon. Launch comes out tomorrow. I'll see you guys on the battlefield. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace out.